time just to meditate. Listen while I educate. I've been busy bridging the gap, so we let's separate. Silence in the syndicate, close but we don't get it yet. Traders to the state, I'm Xing out only middlemen. Hyped up off adrenaline, watching that thing transpire. Calling out the lies.
Boys and girls, we are back again. Come on, we do not stop. The town crier is in full effect right now. Full cast, the entire squad here. Guests, new people, different generations, everything. Too much to talk about. How y'all feeling?
Chilling.
Wonderful.
One with the universe right
This
now.
crew right here. Just look at this crew right here. Got my man, The Voice, Lavos is here. Dr. Q is here. The artist formerly known as, we're not even going to say her name because she has a new name right now. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Rain. Rain. Welcome to life, Rain, right here. And we got a special guest on this one. We had to jump a couple of generations because we're going to do a pod about something we need different opinions from different age groups. This is Sprinterella right here. That's what we're going to use as her name. She is a sprinter for an HBCU. Congratulations to you and welcome to the pod.
Go, girl.
Right? She is on in effect right now. How you feeling, Sprinterella? What's going on?
I'm feeling great. Thanks for asking.
Is this your first time being introduced to the world?
Oh, it is.
You know, a lot of people are going to be watching you. You prepared for that?
I am.
Okay, look. See the confidence? See the confidence? That's what I'm talking about, y'all. We are here. So what's going on, Rain? How you feeling?
Chilling. Been good.
No, indeed. We missed you. KK, my favorite Nigerian, he's still in effect right now, you know. He's on a hiatus right now, you know, on a journey for knowledge and wisdom right now. We'll see him soon, you know, but we got to keep things going. Thanks for a lot of, appreciate the love we got from the last couple of pods we did. We gaining momentum, bro. We building this momentum. Everything, you know, it's baby steps. You know, Rome wasn't built in a day. One rock at a time, one step at a time, and
it seems people can handle the truth.
Yeah, indeed. People kind of feeling us, you know. You know, the truth has to be delivered in bite-sized morsels. If you give them too much, they might choke on it. You know what I'm saying?
That's what she said.
The truth has to be delivered.
I'm sorry.
Look.
Amen. I'm my bad.
That's what she said. I don't have to say pause. Because she said that's what she said. I love it. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry.
That's a good out for that. Yeah. So, you know,
I get it. That's an escape route. That's why we needed Rain right here. For real, indeed. Now, this episode right here, we're going to jump out. Now, understand the divide between men and women goes back since the beginning of time. You know what I'm saying? Do we understand them? Do they understand us? We have to understand each other, the differences. But now we are in a very precarious time in society where things are just changing on a dime. You know what I mean? It's for multiple reasons and multiple different leaders in our world. Things can just change on a dime. You know what I mean? But the one constant is men and women getting along together in society. Not just as people, but in relationships as well. Things have changed a lot since our parents and previous generations and all. And to a degree, the disconnect is getting further apart than closer apart, in my opinion, anyway. I don't know if you guys feel the same.
I would argue it's intentional.
It's intentional? Mm-hmm. Why? So what's up?
It's the old divide and conquer. If you keep us fighting against each other, then you don't realize what's going on behind us that's kind of really detrimental. So they keep us, no matter what it is. If it's colorism, if it's genderism, if it's sexuality, if you keep us divided. Matter of fact, there was no white understanding of white, right? Until the powers that be said, "Hey, when the Europeans first came here, they identified as British or Irish or German or French or whatever it was." But when they saw that they were beginning to be outnumbered, they said, "Hey, we all the same. We together."
Anglo-Saxon.
Right? Yeah, we white. We on the same plane, right? And so allow us now to fight against another group. Right. And so it is always these divisions to keep groups fighting against each other so that those who are in power can continue to exercise their powers as long as you all are fighting. And so I believe that, I used to watch social media, not so much now, but I began. What'd you say?
Social media is pretty toxic.
It is.
So
It
good
is.
choice.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know if you all remember when Facebook first started.
Yes.
It was called a social experiment.
It was just for students only too.
Yeah.
And just for college students, because I was in
Yes.
high school for the
Yes.
first year. I was a senior and
Yes.
couldn't even get it.
Yeah,
It's like our fizz.
it's like your fizz. Yeah, I mean, but it literally identified itself as a social experiment. They took that part off, right? But the reality is, it still is all of these social media aspects. Facebook took over MySpace, right?
Lord.
Yeah, I'm telling my age now, right?
They also
Top eight.
bought Instagram.
Top 8 was
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
You knew if somebody didn't like you
Yeah,
because you moved.
To now you got Snapchat, which is not so
You're talking about LimeWire
Instagram.
days and stuff like that. Way back.
Kazaa.
Family computer with all the viruses on it, just for
Right.
one Kanye song.
You had that one song that would come up as Bill Clinton, like "My Fellow Americans." Remember that?
Yeah,
real.
and so the social experiment was to figure out how to manipulate the masses. And so what I end up seeing a lot of is these arguments actually about extremely pro-male and extremely pro-female.
Andrew Tate, BS.
And they begin to fighting
Red pill.
against each other. And I see that as a problematic and intentional pitting one group against the other.
Sorry.
Please.
But just to circle back, you even starting this off by saying men and women in general for this conversation. In this day and age now, even those two terms in general are pretty convoluted. Maybe I'm using the wrong word, but identifying as male, identifying as female, all the other subgenders that, it's not even just like black and white anymore.
The key
We have
word is
84 shades of gray
identifying.
now.
The fluidity.
Yes, completely. Especially for younger generations. We know that sometimes you can't even identify someone's gender upon meeting people. When I'm at work, I'll just be like, "Hey, ladies," or whoever you identify, what's up?
But the key word is identifying, because not only are you being divided by just that, now it's even subcultured even more. You know what I mean? It's being fractionalized. You know what I'm saying? And it's too many pieces to put back together once you. It is, when I make no mistake, people have the right to be whatever they want to be, but
Now it's sent to the chat.
yeah, for the evolution of the culture and the people, sometimes you got to really simplify things, not fractionalize, but it is what it is. But let's dig a little bit deeper into this. So, of course, we have someone in college right now. It's been quite a while since I've been in college. You know what I'm saying? So,
About how many years? Asking for a friend.
a couple of, you know what I'm saying?
Calculator.
Yeah,
How many
for
years?
real. It's carry the 2.
Calculator.
And, you know what I'm saying? But, it goes down. So, being in college right now and conversations with, I guess, young men and women in the world, where would you, I'm not going to say the state of dating, but communication wise, is it more interpersonal or is it more social media-ish?
I think it's more social media-ish.
Completely, right?
Yeah, because for us, our generation, it's very different because during the whole crack epidemic, it broke houses up. So a lot of us, we didn't have the 2-parent household.
Right.
So what we look for is social media. And for like the Black community, it's more baby mamas. So it's not even just baby mamas. You could have a 2-parent household, but they don't believe in the whole marriage thing anymore. As you see the white people on social media, they're more together, family, marriage. So we're looking out for social media, and what they're highlighting is the broken homes, the normalizing abusive the aspect. So we don't really see what our parents saw. So we're just going in blind, and we're just in college, just trying to have a good time. We don't have that role model. We have social media where we just see people having the money, the sex, and not really getting along in an actual family setting. So we don't have that.
What do you think about that?
To branch off what she said, I feel like relationships aren't even a goal anymore. Like nobody really wants to be in them.
They'd rather be in a situationship.
Or shaka.
Or that.
Yeah, they say marriage is just a piece of paper.
Yeah.
You know, it's
We're traumatized.
We're traumatized.
Generationally.
I'm being serious.
Yeah.
We're traumatized as all hell.
I've spoken to youth, and I've heard persons say, I've heard males specifically say, I can see her having my child. Like as if, you know, I'm not thinking about making her my wife. I think that she could have my child though. And like the whole long-term relationship thing isn't even on, wasn't even on his mind when he said it. You know, he said he saw something here. I can see her having my child. And I was like blown away. Like, what?
You know, the funny thing is, I've heard that's, in a sense, that's the way modern day people say they're in love. I can see her having my child. Which means, in a sense, I could see being tied to her for quite some time.
No, I specifically asked that
Without
question.
saying
That was-
that.
They
You know
just
what I'm saying?
can't communicate that in
Yes.
that way, right?
They want to trap. They want to trap her. They're like, I want you, but I want to go around, play the field, and I can't get you out of my life. You can't leave. You got a child. So when I get my stuff together, I'm coming back to you and settle down.
That is
Especially on the weekends.
cold-blooded.
Like, we got to see you and the kid on the
It
weekend.
is. I mean, the word trap, right? I just watched that movie, Trap. Worst movie, and nothing to do with what we're talking about.
The Josh Hartnett one?
Yeah.
Right, with the
But it's
concert?
like the fact that you feel like you have to trap somebody into a situation that they don't want to be in. If they wanted to be there, it wouldn't be a trap. That's so messed up.
Consent is sexy.
It really is, honestly.
Wait. You said consent is sexy.
Yeah.
But what if they consent to being in the trap?
Consent.
Correct.
Well, or consent or coercion.
So some people might like that, right? Like, for example, think about all the women back in the day before women had rights that were in those families, raising them, being the stay-at-home wife, you know, in the nuclear family. They may have not liked that situation. They consented to being in the trap. I'm not saying that that's sexy, but they did it for their family, right?
Yeah.
They
knew that
probably
their
did it
husband
because
wasn't
more
shit.
options weren't available. You know, people are only as faithful as their
It's true,
options.
but you know,
It was all
the
people-
reasons why they did it. Yeah, but
It's more
maybe
of a
they still
choice
raised
now.
a good family even though they were trapped.
It's more of a choice now.
Yeah.
So like when I'm online, the women, they're willingly. It's not just like the men. They see a vulnerable woman. No, they know what they're doing. So I don't think it's so much a man trying to trap a woman. Sometimes it's both of them. They both agreed to the situation they put themselves in, and they're going back and forth arguing online. And you feel bad. You feel bad sometimes, but then it's like they keep going back and back and back. They leave, come back. They choose it. Every time you come back, you choose. So you can't feel bad at the end of the day.
So let's talk real time. I heard people speak in a positive way, in a pro-feminine way about the whole Stefan Diggs, Cardi B situation,
Make sure you like and subscribe after this one.
right?
For real.
and so I heard women big upping Cardi having a child with Stefan, who had, how many children he had this year? The last 12 months.
The limit does not exist.
The RZA, the Jizza, Method Man.
He's
trying to keep up with Nick Cannon.
Yeah,
Yes.
But it was presented in a way, some kind of way, that it was, a woman kind of doing her thing, which is what I heard, right? And so I saw it
Mhm.
as we were just talking about, a trap. Like,
Who's trapping
Who
who
trapped
at that
who?
point? Yeah.
Because
Thank
she's,
you.
I feel like, way richer than this dude.
might
I would say that, yeah.
might be.
Also,
right?
women are now out earning men in many, many different fields.
Good.
Sugar mamas.
Look,
Well,
Yeah, they
that
out
might
here.
be, but that
Don't be
might,
offended.
but that might be true. That
Rain
might be
getting
true.
real cloudy over there. It's getting real cloudy over there. Right? Keep going.
Get an umbrella.
So are we cool with single parenthood now? Is that a flex now?
I will say.
I will
for
say
women now,
it's a
lot
flex,
of
but I don't agree with
yes,
it.
a lot of women now are do the whole in vitro thing themselves, and they're just like, I can just do it by myself and make my own money. Like I do my own thing, and they just raise children by themselves now, as a direct choice.
I think that's selfish.
Oh, why?
I think it's just normalized.
I think
Yes.
it's normal. I think it's
Okay.
normalized, and I think it's selfish.
Ultimately,
Yeah.
for the child, potentially, yes, if you don't
Yeah.
have the right environment.
So this is why I say it's selfish. I think that it is the mother fulfilling her desire.
Okay.
But I don't think that it is maybe what's
Beneficial.
the best situation
Okay.
for the potential child.
Heard.
And not just that, you're confusing independence with isolation. And in
Bars.
in the essence of it, that's not the way we're designed. That's not what our programming is. We need each other. I mean, no matter what
Yes.
you say, and when you do that, you're substituting it for something that's not real. You know what I mean? And
Facts. It takes a village.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think that still holds very true.
that's,
Yes, the whole yin yang,
Mhm.
right? I think that a mother brings something that is vital to the child,
for sure.
but I also think that the father brings something that's vital to the child. And when either party feels as though that other piece is not needed, it's a problem.
And neither can do the other's job
Correct.
effectively in its best.
Correct.
People, we try to compensate for what it is, but it's just not there. And it's funny. I actually have a question for the two ladies in the room.
Hello.
My question is this: if you could reconstruct intercommunication, like if you're dating and stuff if you could reconstruct interpersonal communication between men and women, how would you construct it? Would you remove social media and make it be a face-to-face thing? Or do you prefer it as social media being a medium?
For me,
Answer honestly.
No, you go first.
For me, I think I wouldn't completely remove social media, in my opinion. I think I wouldn't put my relationship on social media, like all my business. I think like posting, that's showing the world that I am in a happy relationship, and also like goals, seeing others in a happy, successful relationship, and I could take what they're doing. If I'm lacking in something, I could get advice from social media. But I don't think I should. I think I would want to take away most of social media, and I just want to allow what comes into the relationship and what goes out of the relationship. I would like to regulate that, but I think it's too social media is too much involved, and we're in other people's business. Like we're in the group chat. I'm like, why are we in your group chat? If you're in the group chat, I think we shouldn't put everything out there. I think we should control what we put out there, so people could take in the good and sometimes like the ugly too, but we shouldn't know everything, and I don't want everybody to know everything.
So I guess in a sense, at what point should social media enter your interaction?
For me, not at all.
Never.
I'm not a social media gal. Sorry if I cut you off.
Mm.
I'm not a
That's
social
cool.
media gal.
Expand, please.
No sliding into my DMs. It ain't gonna happen. You're not sliding into anything if you slide into my DMs. Just putting that out there. I don't like
She
it.
said we can't slide, fellas.
You know
There's
what?
No sliding. We
Coin
can't
that.
slide.
Put that on a hoodie.
But for my
Not gonna
group,
work
for my generation, that's
Not
kind
sliding
of that's
in.
not a reasonable thing we could do, because a lot of them they're scared to talk to us. So I know at like where I am and like college age students, we're so much on social media that we don't know how to talk to people. Like it's an anonymous social media app where I've even been posted on there because people they couldn't talk to me. I'm like, I was right there, friend. Like you were literally describing me, or they're describing
Gorgeous
other
girl,
people.
that's why they-
They're like, oh, if you had this, that, and the third, I just want to like, can somebody help me find her? I'm like, you were there when you saw her. So it's kind of like we're so dependent on these phones. Like we don't know how to communicate with each other. So if we take that all about with my generation, we couldn't function because we don't know how to function without it.
Let me ask you a question. I ask this question based upon, again, things I've heard because I'm very far removed. I would hear people say things like they would exchange social media information first in order to kind of see, like even before I'll give you my social media before I give you my phone number.
I was just having this conversation.
I also do that because
Oh my gosh.
for me it's kind of like a background check. It's like, hold on, well, let me see.
Background check.
Like,
I like
let
that.
me see.
You looking at my
How
7th
old are
birthday
you?
before you talk to me? That's weird. You should know what my grandma
Let me
looks like.
let me see how old you are, because especially me, I'm younger. I don't want to talk. I don't want to. They could lie to me about their age. I want to see. I want to see what they're posting. Like, are they posting? Are they posting like guns all the time? Like, how do they present themselves? And I want to like just look back, see. And also sometimes like phone, I guess everybody says it's too personal. And sometimes like when we let somebody into our circle, that's when we give them the number. Like when we really like you, we get that. But before, I want to know you, see what we got going on. If we have any mutuals, sometimes I'm like, oh, my friend follows that person. Let me talk to her, or let me talk to him. And like do a little research before.
So basically, the DM slide is the prerequisite before you even get to the phone number.
Not even a DM slide. You don't have to DM them. You just follow them. Because I'll say, even for my generation, I'm 35. We stopped giving out phone numbers 15 years ago when I was 20.
Wait.
I'm serious. Like the phone number, if you ask me for my phone number, I'm gonna look at you like, hold up. I got one phone number, but my social media is public. Like, I don't care what you see on there. The phone number is like, that means you could reach me when I don't want to be reached. And if that's the case, I have to block you so you
Do
can't
not
reach
disturb.
me.
What?
But
Stay putting people.
No, but I gotta block you because my phone's on do not disturb after 7 p.m. every day. Either way, but if you give somebody your phone number, that means they have a direct line to you. Social media, that I feel like even for my generation, that was just like, because I grew up with the MySpace.
So social media, in a sense, is a way to deflect people much easier.
You don't miss the art of having
It
someone
is.
ask you for your phone number. I think
That's
there's a
the
charm in
purpose.
that. Men don't do that anymore.
I do when they like.
I like
when they
that.
do that.
Ask me for my phone
See, it's
number.
come full circle though.
I like that.
Because when I was growing up, you ask a woman for her phone number, she gonna think you a creep. But now, because nobody's using phone numbers, now the women like it. It's weird. It's came full circle.
People don't have phone plans. They just use Wi-Fi. That's why I'm confused.
They on public Wi-Fi? Nah, I'm definitely not giving you my information then.
Link NYC Wi-Fi.
Do not forget to like and subscribe. This is quite a topic right here. Keep going.
So question. You know what that leads me to? Women always lead.
Yeah.
Women always lead.
Lead? They have to.
Yeah. So what? And so if women are willing to give phone numbers, men will take it. If women,
Who's the woman?
If women
Oh,
say,
no.
"I'll get your Instagram,"
Or people who identify as women. I don't want to get us canceled.
well,
I didn't even say.
okay. Women that identify, again,
I
I'm
could see
fine
someone.
with the fluidity. I'm fine with the fluidity,
Okay.
right? But if women always dictate to men. Whatever women
again.
like is what boys and men will do.
100%.
Yeah.
It's always been like that, I feel.
Yeah, and so I do want. Where's the camera? I do want to say to my young, you dictate. You have the power, because whatever it is that you desire from a man, and hold on to that expectation. A man who desires you will do. That's it.
$1,000,000%.
At the same time, I had an ex that once told me that women in general, we don't really want to say no unless you give us a reason to say no. You know, we'll go with the flow.
What if he's ugly?
You know,
You don't want to say no then?
count. You don't even get.
You don't want to say no if he's ugly?
You know, you know.
Then again, that's what you need Instagram.
Listen,
Instagram versus phone number.
Word.
If he's ugly,
What if his angles is crazy?
What's his credit score if
and you
he's
see him in
ugly?
person
if
and
he's
he's looking
ugly
wild.
and got money,
I can work with the lights off.
listen. Jay-Z, Lil Wayne are the perfect examples.
No.
Hey,
You're
like and
wrong.
subscribe.
This is a clip right here.
You're dead wrong.
Biggie said you dead wrong.
Damn.
What did Biggie say? Black and ugly as
and
ever.
Gucci Man.
However,
Gucci
I stay
Man.
Gucci down to the socks.
Yo, listen. We talking real talk right here. It is live in the
Bars.
studio
Yeah.
right now. Come on, are you kidding?
No, all men can be Morris
I
Chestnut.
think we also got a star in Sprinterella here. Sprinterella is actually talking some real facts right now.
Facts.
So, how often, if you had 10 guys try to talk to you, how many ask you for your number and how many ask you for your social media?
And what do you prefer?
And who do you actually give it to?
Ooh, 3-part question. Hey.
Okay, I'd say I couldn't even say one. It's not even 1 to 10.
Ask you for your phone number?
Yeah, not 1 to 10. But here's the thing,
That's
though.
messed up.
Ouch.
But
messed up.
that's what we do. But when a guy he asks for my number first, because usually I will if I give it out, I'll give my Instagram mainly. But if a guy asks for my number, I pay more attention to him. He could be like less attractive, but I'm giving him more attention than the mainstream attractive guy to me because he's showing me more attention. Like when you give a phone number out, you actually want this to go somewhere. You actually really care. So I'm just giving that person more attention because what they started off of, his first impression was like, I actually want to get to know you, rather than everybody else is just doing the same thing. So I would prefer a phone number because I feel more special.
His intention gets more attention.
That's awesome.
His intention
down bars
gets
today.
more attention.
Bars.
Laying bars down.
We
Nico
really are.
Rain.
We really are.
It's the hat, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn hat. Thank you.
Now, just like the
Yes.
previous pod, or the pod before, I had 10 questions. None of the questions are being just this pod is taking its own life. You know, which I like. You know, here's the other thing about social media. They say the key to relationships is communication.
Absolutely.
But in today's world, it's communication versus over communication. When are you doing too much when it comes to over communication?
I don't know if there's actually a problem with over communication. There might be, but I think it's just not effective communication. You could say a bunch of shit and not say nothing at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the thing with me. I feel like people, like you were saying, like in person, don't know how to communicate. When I was growing up, we only had face to face. I mean, I grew up with sidekicks and all that, so we did grow up on that. But
Shout
you
to
need to
sidekicks.
have that
Bring
face
it
to
back.
face. I've been seeing my friends talking to women on Instagram or maybe their significant others on their text, whatever, and they're angry. They're all talking all this shit, and nobody said anything. They're just like all airing their grievances without internalizing it and trying to fix the issue or move forward.
They turn the text thread into like a live stream
Into their
of
therapy
thoughts.
session.
A live stream of their thoughts, and it's like you don't have to say everything that you think. If anything, it's much healthier if you don't.
Yep.
So less is more.
Not less is
Less
more.
is always more for me, but
Just
my bad.
communicate effectively. What did someone say to me? It's like, don't say something that you're going to have to take more time taking back than it took you to say it.
So,
Wow.
so this is how I heard your statement, right? I think you kind of spoke to it. Your first statement was that there's no such thing as overcommunication, and my first thought was,
That's kind of how I felt. That's kind of how I
It's
felt.
definitely.
Would
such
you want
thing
your
as
partner to read your
overcommunication.
mind for a whole day?
Well, they
Yeah,
just read
why
my
not?
mind.
No.
Because even if she knows I don't like that she's doing something, she at least knows, and we could talk about it and get past that.
So, but I thought you were saying over communication on social media.
That's kind of originally
what
where I
I'm
was
doing.
leaning.
So there's no such thing as over communication. I believe face to face.
I do.
Really?
Oh.
Stop running your mouth.
I'll let you go first.
Let her cook.
Go ahead.
I think over communication is a problem when you communicate something to someone, they give you the answer. You don't like the answer, so you still try to communicate. So like you, someone, you don't like something, or you want something from a person. They tell you, I cannot do it. But you're still trying to communicate that over and over and over and over and over again. But I'm like, I gave you the answer. You don't like the answer. So you're still trying to make me do this.
So
That's manipulation.
Again,
At
so like
that
you're,
point, yeah.
you like they think like they're not understanding me. They're really not understanding me. But like the other person, they do understand, but they just cannot do it, or they give you the answer, but they want what they want their answer to be
After
fulfilled.
asking
So
you the
that's
same thing for the
selfishness.
5th time, then it's just not listening at all. It's a choice.
Mm-hmm.
That's an active choice to not listen to anything that you're saying.
You got to read the room too. You know, if you say something and the other person says, "I'm not going to do it," and that's your significant other or whatever, you may not like it, but you got to respect it.
No means no. Consent
no,
says.
they consent.
Goes back to that.
So back to the over communication, right? I do believe that sometimes we can tell the world too much of our personal business, right? And sometimes forget the impact on our significant other. And then that becomes a problem, right? Like so I'm married, happily married,
Very happy.
To a great wife.
right? And so there's times when marriage is real, and sometimes my wife may upset me. It's just life, right? And so if I go to social media and I'm talking about how pissed off I am about my wife and I'm and then I get over it 2 hours from now, I've already told the world all of this stuff.
You put out that energy.
I put out that energy, you know,
Yeah.
and I can't take that back. Or I'm oversharing with the world something that needs to be personal between me and my significant other.
And it was a momentary fixation that
And it
just
was-
didn't.
It was a momentary fixation.
Yeah.
And I think that's also why people don't want to get married anymore, because like we're over communicating with the world. So when you're married, you're stuck. You're staying married. But when you're just
You
like
gotta say stuck.
well, not stuck, but
She's being honest.
Tell me how you really
you
feel.
can't just leave. Like you can't just say
No.
I'm gone. But when you're just in a like a regular relationship, you're dating in a situationship, you're just shacking up with someone, living together. When you say you're done, like you don't even have to say you're done. You could just pack up and leave. And people want that flexibility since it's so mainstream. Like everybody's saying, "Oh, I'm leaving. No, I'm back. I'm leaving. I'm back. I'm leaving. I'm back."
19
So that's why
songs,
everybody
post
wants to. They don't want to get married because they want the flexibility to just leave when they want and come back when they want.
I feel like some of that's attributed to social media. It all comes full circle, right? So it's
Yeah.
like you think you don't have to stay because you have all these other options out there because you
Follow
can
and
look at
follow,
social
follow
media.
and follow, follow and follow.
But
Yeah.
you know,
Block.
then you get
Shade
back,
room.
you want to over communicate, you feel a certain way. Yeah,
No.
I would never do that. Like something should be private, like you said, and that's things involving your direct. Like I would say, if they're tiered, your level 1 relationships, right? Like your parents, your siblings, your significant other, your wife, like you should never reveal too much information because people use that against you. And you don't want people, looking at you in your time of weakness when it's actually a very strong bond.
Prime example, a little bit of marital advice. Never tell your parents or your siblings your issues in your marriage, because you'll get over it.
But
They won't. They
Sounds like a recipe for disaster.
They loved you first. Yes, my grandmother says that all the time.
They won't. And so now you put that on social media, and so now you feel as though if I forgive my significant other, I look like a fool because I was talking all this trash before. But you, the one that gave them that information in the first place.
You gave them the ammunition.
You was your own leak.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's oversharing.
I gotta agree with you on that. That is oversharing.
I watched this one wedding where the bride and groom took their vows, and the pastor said, now the bride and groom are going to turn to you and make you, as everyone's sitting here, say I do as well. They want you to promise to only help if it gets abusive, to stay out of their business,
wild.
stay out of their finances. They're going to have a baby. Just everybody chill. I do. And they're just like, okay, carry on.
And you know what everybody in the crowd said that loved that person?
Nothing?
Yes.
Yes.
But what the reality was,
yes.
I wish that.
Her father was
Yeah, you already know.
outside.
Oh my goodness. That's been the truest thing I ever heard.
Her father right there is just like, I got the gun in the trunk.
Now, I want y'all to understand. I'm in the 40s range. I've never been married. Almost got married once. Didn't happen. And it was the right choice because the person's happily married with such and such. And I've listened to a lot of my friends who are in the range who are married, and some are happy, some aren't. Some pretend to be happy, and aren't. You know what I mean? And it's when you get to a certain point, to me, the best marriages work out when people have known each other from when they were young. They've seen such and such. Because when you hit a certain point with people, you don't really understand the baggage that's come along through this relationship and that relationship and that relationship. And you're competing against ghosts of people who were in their past but is no longer there. And you want a fresh slate, but some people are still stuck on the last two people that they were dating. I don't want to make that mistake. I don't want to make that mistake, and give people a clean slate. You're at a beautiful age. You are at one of the prime ages in life because your hearts are still kind of open and not tainted by some of the things that have happened. I remember at one point, a woman wanted to introduce me to someone who was a lawyer. You would like her. She's a lawyer, and all I can think is she's an expert at taking half my money. I don't even really want to. I don't know if I even want to go that route. And it's.
By the way, my wife's a lawyer.
Yeah. Okay. And I make that joke, but it's not a joke. And understand that your age is it really, really is a beautiful thing. Because when you get older, you start weighing things in a different way that you wouldn't have done when you were younger.
Shit gets too real.
And it's, I appreciate those who have found love when they found it. You know what I mean? And at the same time, nobody wants to be alone later on in their lives and stuff. And it's just go ahead. What are you going to say?
Let's not get too negative on that being older and finding love, because
but I understand. It's just you're a little bit
harder.
Yes,
it's harder, but I think that can also make for a very effective relationship because you both have your boundaries already set. You're not scared
the questions
about exactly. You're not scared about I'm scared to tell this person I don't like this. No, you don't care. You've been through that. You've got hurt. You realize that, like you were saying before, being true to yourself is true freedom. Just be true to yourself, and then hopefully the other person is as forthcoming with themselves, and I think you can have an effective relationship that way too. But it is harder because there's a lot more baggage as you get older.
Timing. It's also when you meet people in their lives.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Sure.
It's sometimes they needed to go through that journey to get to that point of understanding, to be open and prepared. Sometimes men jump into relationships and they're really not ready for it. They haven't recovered from previous things, or they're not happy with their own selves to the point where you can give what you need to give to the next relationship.
Or they're waiting for the divorce paper ink to dry.
That too, but for some. But go ahead.
So it goes back to what you just made mention of. Well, a couple of things actually. Communication.
All right.
I do believe that there is a such thing as over communication even in that moment. Like I don't need, if you're my wife, I'm trying to make you my wife, I don't need to hear everything. Like I don't need to know everything you did, right? But I do want to know what your past is that creates triggers. And we need to walk through that. We need to talk through that, right? And for my significant others, so that they can walk through what their issues are. I think that you can find love at any age.
Indeed.
I got married in 2020, so was that 6 years ago? I was 42.
Let's go.
Remarried. Yeah.
Pandemic love.
Pandemic love.
Oh.
Actually, I got married in February and everything shut down in March, right?
You had perfect timing.
Yes.
Timing is everything. Remember that.
Yeah.
Done that.
Your honeymoon was shot.
So basically, you married her and said, now you got to stay here.
Listen.
You ain't going nowhere.
Locked down, schooling in home with the kids, everything.
He was like, we got everything we need right here, girl.
Yeah.
Why would you go anywhere?
Yeah. It was trial by fire, right?
It had nothing to do with communicate.
You had to communicate
As
at that
a victim
point.
of the COVID relationship breakup by spending too much time with someone because you had to, I was like, you know what? I appreciate that because it's showing me that I can't stand her. You went home all day long looking me dead in the face. It's just like, I literally got a job during COVID because he was pissing me off so much.
They be like, hey, yo, what you doing over there?
I found a bar
What you
that
doing?
was open.
Nothing? All right.
I can see that.
It was driving me nuts.
But
It's true.
the communication part and part of marriage, I believe, the biggest part of marriage is holding up a mirror in front of your significant other so that they can see themselves. And part of the problem, the issue with marriage is that a lot of times the other person doesn't like what they see. Right? And so being able to be in a healthy marriage requires one, communication, in my opinion, and I can argue that opinion. And it requires one to accept themselves, good, bad, and indifferent. And to be able to kind of move forward in accepting themselves and loving themselves, because you can't love someone else until you love yourself.
Yeah.
RuPaul said it best.
Yes!
That was
How you gonna love someone else? You can't even love yourself, or something like that. I've seen too many seasons of Drag Race, but yeah, Mama Ru said it best.
We love a confident man watching RuPaul's Drag Race.
No, indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Drag brunch. We're going
At some
next
point,
week. We're going to drag brunch.
and honestly, at some point, y'all, real talk, the pause thing has to end. It sounds funny.
The what?
And the pause thing has to end.
Oh,
At
man.
some point.
It won't end. It's like
does.
energy. It'll just morph into something else.
If you're comfortable in your own self, there's no such thing as that word.
Correct.
It sounds funny and it's cool, but we got to grow up at some point. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
It
why
is
is
what
that
it
even
is.
on your mind?
I feel like we say it ironically at this
Indeed,
point.
indeed.
Why is that
You
even
gotta
on
look
your mind?
inside yourself. Why does that even come to mind? In all talk, this has been a great pod right here in many different ways. I think we got a star in Sprinterella coming up. Shakari Richardson, you better watch yourself because she's coming for you. Don't get run down. We watching. We appreciate you coming on
Thanks for having
and
me.
talking about things. This
may I
needs
actually
10.
say something too, by the way?
Please.
I promised him I would say this while we were doing this. It's someone that I care about very, very much. Been married like 50 some odd years, and is taking care of his like wife as we speak and all that. He's like, I made vows, and he like drops me like marriage advice and relationship advice. So I wanted to drop it to like everybody. Helps in relationships.
What's the advice?
Stop it then.
Check your attitude at the door.
Ooh, okay.
Sometimes you might have to do that. Another one is sometimes you have to believe that your partner knows exactly what they're talking about too. Like a lot of communication, I think sometimes, especially in a heated moment, comes from being defensive instead of remembering that you're on the same team. Essentially,
Great advice.
if you're hurting, then I'm hurting too.
You gotta
Not
take
like,
accountability,
You know,
like looking in the mirror.
Now,
exactly. Yes, facts.
a couple of pods ago, I shared a story about when I thought when I saw my father's wife ghost in the house. I want to share another quick one on the way out. My favorite day of my childhood is no question about what day it was.
That's special.
It was my sister's wedding when I was 10 years old. That's when I knew that marriage works. It was the best day of my childhood because both sides of my family showed up. My California family, New York, everybody was there. There would never be a better day of my childhood. It was 86. The Mets won the World Series. The Giants won. It was just
That's the
best
real reason
year
why you feel
in
that way.
history. Don't worry about how old I
Let's go
was.
Yankees.
You know what I'm saying? But it can work. Communication does work. Now, society has changed a lot of things for us, but it's really a matter of where you take it. You know, we need each other. There's no doubt about it. How you take it, it's really honestly, it's up to you. And you know, it's every man was made the way they are because of some woman, and every woman was made they are because of some man. Whether it be father, brother, uncle, such and such, it works the same way on both sides. We started off pure, and you can't let life change who you are in your core. You take everything as a learning lesson in grains of salt, and you go from there. But there's somebody there for each and every one of us, and you just got to truly believe that, and everything will work out for you. This is Town Crier. This is what we do. Anybody else got anything to say? What's up?
Town Crier signing off.
Indeed.
You can edit that after everything.
Don't just
People
heal your
say,
inner child, revive your
There we
inner
go.
child.
Put what I said after that. Say that one more time.
That too. Don't just heal.
Ow.
This is not Wolf of Wall Street. The fuck?
No, that's 300 Spartans. Let's go. Town Crier, y'all. We out.
Peace, y'all.
Take some time just to meditate. Listen while I educate. I've been busy bridging the gap, so we let's separate. Silence in the syndicate. Close, but we don't get it yet. Traders to the state. I'm Xing out only middlemen. Hyped up off adrenaline, watching that thing transpire. Calling out the lies, feeling like the town crier. Who's the main antagonist and who's the outlier? They can try to hide them, but I'm here to outline them. Laws, they ain't bulletproof. You know I'll find them. I was born looking for the truth. Knowledge is in my root. Wildin' like Bandicoot. Haters be a fan of Q. Treat them all like Hannibal. Spread it like a point of view.